on the phone. Oh, and there I need to be sure.
And I am so excited to announce that
Well, it don't, not really though. You just give them. Hello there. Welcome. If you are new here, I am Tish. I am a wife, mom, leader over 40, navigating life, career, and purpose. On my channel, I document that via vlogs. Sometimes we'll sit down and we'll talk, or I will turn the camera on if I feel like we're going to enjoy something together. I have been vlogging for a few years now. I absolutely enjoy it. And because life, I like to use the documentation journey to highlight the good, mostly the good. I like to take the camera around when I'm doing certain things so that I can go back and look on it and remember the journey, remember the process that it took, remember maybe a thought that I had during a certain time of my life. Like, for instance, I really enjoyed vlogging when I was working on my PhD, and I can go back and look at the exact moments where I felt like I was going to give up, and then I can also go back and look on the moments where I met new people and I actually enjoyed stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing something different. So that's my approach to vlogging, is to truly document my real life. And although I am a professional all day for sometimes very long days, I like to be me. Not just the professional, but more so this is the behind the scenes. I don't take you to work with me in my vlogs. Sometimes I do. I work primarily from home, so you may see me getting prepared for a meeting or getting prepared for a speaking engagement. If I have to travel for work, I love to bring you along, because again, I get to go back and look at the exact moment when things were happening and what I wore and what I did and how I perceived the activity at the moment. So I know this is a very long intro, but I like to pour out up front what you are to expect. And it also helps me get even more comfortable in front of the camera. So if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tell me where you're watching from down in the comments. If you are not new here, hey girl, hey, hey guy, hey, I welcome you back. So this is the start of a weekend, and I am getting ready to take Charlie to the groomer. She needs her hair appointment is due. So I'm going to drop her off there, and it's early in the morning. So, and I have to travel a little ways to get her to her groomer, because not everybody is comfortable with doing a doodle cut or grooming doodles. And our preferred groomer is about 25 minutes away from our town. No problem at all. Usually when I go to this town, I always stop through the Walmart. Guess what? I don't need anything. I've already gone for the week, but I may just pop in there to see if they have some of the new summer apparel. I looked at it online and it didn't do too much for me. I think I got what I need. I'm good. But I'll walk through there and I'll go home. I have to get some work done today. And my work day will probably end around 1 or 2, depending on when I actually sit down at the desk to get it started. And I'm excited about this evening because the girls and we are going on a girls' date. It is May 1, and the Devil Wears Prada 2 is out. So I secured our tickets. We're going to do dinner. We're going to go to the movie, and this will be our day. I also need to run by Hobby Lobby before that, because I am making a stash for a prom attendee, and I want to make sure that I have what I need for that. I'm also into puff vinyl, and my youngest and I did not get two colors that we wanted to have just on hand for when we wanted it and needed it. So we're going to do a Hobby Lobby run before we go to dinner and a movie. And then tomorrow, Saturday, May 2nd, I have a chapter meeting, and my husband is catering. And then we're going to have a family date, going to dinner and a movie. But we will see Michael. Have you seen Devil Wears Prada 2 or Michael? Because by the time that you see this video, you will have, the movies had already been released and accessible to all. But we're going to see those movies this weekend. And then Sunday, we're going to start the week off with church. And I went to Trader Joe's to get flowers. And I really like the fact of having fresh flowers downstairs, because that's like the hot point for where everybody is going to see it at some point. And I think I want to go ahead and do that. So on Sunday, if I don't go to Trader Joe's, I'm going to go on a hunt for fresh flowers so that we can have for the upcoming week. And I'm bringing you along for the journey. So come along for a weekend vlog. Let's call it a weekend vlog of just enjoying life and getting things done. All right, let's go. There we go. The girls and I are getting ready to go on our girls' date, and we've kind of lounged around the house. I got my laptop and I decided to do work sitting on the sofa with my youngest while she designed a set of nails for a friend's mom. So that was pretty neat. And after getting some work done, chit-chatting with the girls leisurely, it was time to get up and get ready. I came on out to the car to make sure that it was free of what they've put in there, and I'm noticing some things that I need to toss out now. But we are going to Michael's, maybe not Michael's, but Hobby Lobby. My husband snuck in a Sam's run for us. And there's a beauty supply store that I would also like to go to if we have enough time, and wherever else the girls may want to go. I don't think they have anywhere that they want to go, but we do want to eat dinner before the movie, and we are going to get our snacks. The girls love popcorn. I can't really tolerate movie popcorn, although it is good. I'll get a little bit of it, but yeah, we're going to grab some snacks and then we'll head to the movie. I was looking forward to this day all week long. After a full week of trying to get my system back on track from a week of worth of travel and work, getting my daughter here from college, and just trying to get my mind wrapped around a lot of things. This is like a breath of fresh air for us. So that's what we're doing. I was going to change. I thought we were going to be cutesy today, but the girls decided they wanted to keep on what they had on. And I just put on this top earlier today, leaving out of the house. First of all, it's chilly, so I knew I was going to wear a button down with long sleeves. I have my short trench here, and I have on my favorite pair of wide leg jeans. And hopefully we'll be able to do everything that we need to do before having to rush to get to the movie. I got our tickets for 7 o'clock, but I think we're making it in good time. Y'all, I've been sitting in my car for a moment. Let me go grab these girls out the house. we are finished. And if you see it, catch the color at the end of the movie and tell me what you think. It is now Saturday. We enjoyed the movie. I am a Devil Wears Prada fan. Like, I will watch the first movie over and over and over. It's just a feel-good movie to me, and I really enjoyed the second movie, and I will definitely watch it again. And when it comes out on on a streaming service, I'm going to probably start watching one and then two, one and then two. I just love it. So now it is early morning, and I am headed to a sorority chapter meeting. And before I do that, I have a friend whose husband passed away, and family are starting to come in. And she lives right around the corner. My husband and I, we purchased paper products to give to the family so that they won't have to worry about dishes or running to the store to get those things. I'm sure we've also helped with food. It's just something to help them during this time, because nobody really has the time to do household chores when you are grieving and trying to prepare a farewell for your loved one. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. And then I'm headed to my chapter meeting, and we're going to get this Saturday started. Hey there. It is hours and hours later. I needed to come home to take a nap because girl is hormonal. I'm not gonna say. Let me change that. Physically, I'm not feeling the best. I'm not. And I know that we have a night with the family. My husband and the girls and I are going to see Michael Jackson, or the movie Michael, and we're going to go to dinner. So after a chapter meeting, I came home and I tried to eat a little bit, but just wasn't feeling it. Needed to take a nap because I wanted to give them more of me this evening. So we're now getting ready to head to the we're gonna go eat first, and then the movie, and I'm looking forward to it. I just needed to rest, get medicated, and yeah, so I'm feeling much better. I definitely changed. I went with denim on denim for the movie, and I'll probably get one of the girls to show my outfit. This is the exact outfit that I wore traveling back from Georgia to Arkansas, and instead of my Adidas Sambas, I have on my gold stud mules, and I added a belt, a leopard belt. Yeah. I figured I'd go long sleeve because it's going to be cold in the movie theater. Wanted to do pants. Just, when I feel this way, I get dressed every single day anyway, but I have to push myself when I feel this way. Oh, but I know, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I just have to push myself a little further. All right, friend, I'm going to go ahead and round these people up because we're running into dinner time, and I don't want to get to the movie too late. We've already purchased our tickets, so I'm not worried about our seats. All right, let me get these folk together because I hear right above me Michael Jackson's album is already playing. The youngest, I think, is on FaceTime changing her outfit 3 or 4 times, and who knows what the mister is doing. Who knows? So I'll see you in a moment. The movie was great. I wish we had more of Michael. Y'all, he should be gone. But we really did enjoy it now. It is 9:40 p.m. We need to get gas and we're headed home so we can get ready for church in the morning. Today it's Sunday. We are back from church and the day is absolutely beautiful. I shared my outfit for today. So if it's the day, I did need to put on a coverall, although I took a shawl to church because it was cold in there. The family and I, we went to lunch, and now we have a few moments before we have to get into afternoon activities. My youngest has a meeting with an organization that she's a part of, and I am going to attend an event that a friend is hosting or presenting, and I get to serve as a judge alongside some other awesome ladies. So I'll see if I can take you along there. Let me see, looking at the clock, I have about an hour to be productive, and I think what I'm going to do now is hang up the clothes in my room that I wore this week or took off the hanger and then hang those back up. I'll get that done, and then this will be also prime time for me to get in my planner so that I can get this week started. I don't know if I'm gonna try to pack my evening after I get back from the event. I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna just try to do what I can do now before I leave the home and start to settle in and get my mind right. I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope that you're enjoying this vlog. If you are, go ahead and subscribe now, like this video, and tell me where you're watching from down in the comment area. All right, let's go and hang up these clothes. Change of plans. My husband is taking a nap and my youngest is taking a nap. We have 45 minutes. I have 45 minutes before I have to take her somewhere. So I am going to not go in there and disturb him with doing my clothes. So I'm going to sit in my office and get in my planner. And that is that. And my microphone. What did I do with my microphone? That is one thing I love to use because when I go back and I look at the video, the quality is so much better. So let me find my microphone. Oh, cannot find the microphone. It can't be far. It can't be far, but I wanted to use it so that I could talk you through how I am going to plan for this week, with the hopes of maybe helping you if you too wanted to take out the time to plan your week. And I try not to overcomplicate my process because I will easily get distracted and start winging it. So I have a dated planner, as you can see right here. It's dated, and before I put anything on today's date, I utilize my month at a glance. So I always look at my month at a glance calendar and look at the week that I'm getting ready to go into and start placing the things that already have been designated for me to do. And when I get an invitation to something, when I am booked to do something, anything that requires my attention and my presence, I go ahead and I add it to my month at a glance calendar. This is the one that I'm going to plan my week off of. I also get email invites to meetings, events, etc. I will then go to my digital calendar on my phone and I will check to see what has already been booked and assigned for me to do for the week. Typically, when I sit down and do this, I'll go to my phone, pull up the calendar, and then plug in the dates on my month at a glance. Once I have them on the month at a glance, that helps me plan better for the week. And because this particular system that I'm using is a daily planner, I just plug in the dates. So like today is May 3rd. I see on my month at a glance everything that needs my attention for today. I would plug it into May 3rd. I'll do that for the rest of the week, flipping over the pages. And then for the specific day, I will then map out what needs to get done that day. I also have monthly goals and tasks on my month at a glance, and I hope that this is not confusing you. I know what I need to get accomplished for the month. These are the things that I would be ecstatic about getting done. Those are the goals. Now, they won't all get done in a day, so I make a list of the things that can slowly get me to reaching that goal over the course of the month. So I'll look at these things and then I'll go ahead and I'll write down 1 to 2 tasks per day that will help me get closer to accomplishing that goal and marking it off at the end of the month or before the end of the month. Then I have monthly tasks. These are things that can reoccur. It may be certain bills. It may be me sending out 10 to 15 cold emails or replying. It may include weekly inbox cleanups. Whatever recurs that I need to pay attention to, I write them down on my monthly tasks so that I can also build them into the week. And when I say the week, because I'm using a daily system, I can go to the day, write down what I can do to knock away that task or goal and build it up like that. I also use the notes section because I'm also tracking social media, and if there's anything else that I'm tracking, I use the notes section for the month so that when I go to the next month, I have something to refer to from the previous month. So in this planning session today, it is solely for me to go ahead and plug in every day's tasks in the days ahead. And then once I have those in there, I'll go back to the actual date that I'm going to plan, which will be, for right now, it'll be starting Monday. And I'm going to list all of the things that I am wanting to accomplish for Monday. I usually don't do that for every day because things happen. I may need to roll things over from Monday to Tuesday. So that's why I like the day planner. I can see what needs to roll over to Tuesday when I sit down Monday evening and plan out my Tuesday day. And the must-haves, the must-to-dos from the month at a glance is already built into that specific day. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. So I I didn't do anything for Sunday. I hardly ever actually do my to-dos on Sundays unless I've just intentionally done it. And I don't beat myself up if I have a blank page. Because typically it's going to be either a volleyball practice, it's going to be an event. It's very rare that I will do a Sunday cross off unless I have to be intentional about it. So for Monday, I keep my month at a glance steady, and then I go ahead and put down the top to-dos that are already in here. I'll put them in priorities. Priority. I will prioritize them. Because I know that these were already set for me. And I'm going to probably finish this off camera because I can I can concentrate. But over the weekend, when things came to mind, I will put them also in my notes section. And I like to really take the time to go through and see, is this something that I really need to do for this week? And I house some of those things that I didn't put in my planner in my notes section.
And most of the time, it's ideas I may have for an organization that I am a president of or a member of. It may include ideas that I want to do here at home. I'll dump them in my notes section. I'll pull that up, and then I'll also plug them into any of the days that it may fit. Sometimes these are things that just won't work for the week. So instead of me creating a list of 50 things to do in a week and not acknowledging that there will be any flexibility, I realistically decide what goes into the week, because I have to factor in, I have children, my husband has commitments, I have 2 elderly relatives, loved ones that I care for. I have my body and mind to care for, so I have to factor in so many different things and avoid hustling, because that's a thing. We will hustle ourselves into the ground, and I have to prioritize. If this is something that I definitely want to get done and I want to get sent out, I'm going to add it to my planner. If it's cleaning out a closet in its entirety, I have to realistically see, does this week allow me to do that? And then what week could I do that? Shopping for new summer accessories. I could do that on a particular week, but if I am full of business meetings, work site visits, speaking engagements, I'm not able to do that. So that's what I mean by prioritizing, looking at my wish list of things that I need to get done. That's mostly housed in my notes section on my phone. I pull what I can realistically do for that week and possibly during that month. I hope that that helps you. But that's what I'm getting ready to do right now in the short time that I have. If I can definitely get Monday knocked out, and then I can possibly try to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which are kind of busy days right now looking at my calendar. If I can start building those days now, I'll be able to breathe. And then when I sit down in the morning to look at my planner, I have an actual guide to follow. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. And then I will talk to you when we head to the event. And pray again that I find my microphone. It's somewhere. It has to be somewhere. It's an update. I did go ahead and fill in Sunday, because as I was filling Monday's pages, there are some things that I want to get done. There's some things I've already done, do want to complete today. So I went on and listed those items, and then I will cross them off. It's a huge win for me when I'm able to get my highlighter and mark the things done, because that signals to my brain I've gotten something done. Sometimes I put very simple things on the list in addition to the complex things like morning meditation, checking email, making my bed. Sometimes I will even put get dressed. I know I'm going to get dressed every single day, but if that's going to help my mind kick into productivity mode, that is something that goes on my list. So don't feel like you're being immature, not an effective planner if you put down the things that you know for sure that you are going to get done. It is okay, because that triggers your brain into knowing that you are not stagnant and that some type of movement is happening. Do what you have to do in order to have a productive, not busy day. Do what you have to do to have a productive and not busy day. I just wanted to jump back in and say that I am adding something to my Sunday planner, because I did do some things today, and I'm going to accomplish some things today. And I want to see that when I go back and look at what has been documented.
Guess who has the microphone now? It was never lost. Y'all, I keep it in this little pouch. I keep my AirPods and my AirPods case, and I keep the microphone in here so I can put in my work bag, and then I can also just carry it along with me in my tech bag. And I had it yesterday when I was going to the chapter meeting, and I knew it wasn't lost, but it's the fact that I keep tossing it here, there, and everywhere, and then wanting to act like I've lost it and have a mini meltdown. So, microphone is back in check. So, I dropped off my daughter. She and her, the executive board of this organization that they are a part of, they are now getting ready to start their meeting and work on that. They have a small agenda of items to discuss, and they've been prepping towards this. That's what I love about um, teenagers having opportunities to serve in leadership roles, whether it is with like Beta, National Honor Society, or other community service initiatives, because this is an optimal time for them to hone in, if they're very serious on developing these soft skills that will take them all the way through high school, then college, and then into the workforce. For me, being a leadership strategist, of course, I'm going to probably amplify that and make it seem so much greater than what it is, or put more emphasis on it. But um, I see how vital it is in their development. So yeah, that's that. She told me it's going to be about 45 minutes. So instead of me going all the way home, I will go and check one of the local grocery stores to see what type of flowers they have, because I will not be able to go to Trader Joe's today. And I really enjoyed arranging the flowers last Sunday and having those flowers for the entire week. And that's something that I wanted to commit to doing for not only myself, but my family. And yeah, I don't know which store I'm going to go to, but that should give me enough time to get flowers or check a store. If that store doesn't have what I want, I can go to another one and already have those. And then possibly after my ripping and running to look for flowers, my daughter will be ready. That's that. Y'all, I have my microphone. Daughter is dropped off, and I am going to get fresh flowers. And if this is something that you are wanting to do, do it. If you are not an expert at making flowers, it is okay, because I don't deem myself an expert. I can do it, and I do it to my liking. You can do one single stem, or you can do one of the same type of flower and just put them in a vase and enjoy the freshness of having something beautiful in an area where you can see it every single day. Last but not least to this saga of conversation, I was thinking about adding a possible third video to my weekly lineup, specifically on Sundays. I know that there are Sunday resets, but I am considering doing a very short, inspirational, girl to girl cheerleading video at the start of each week to post on Sundays. And I'm thinking about calling it Sunday Shift with Tish. And we will talk about just some barriers to move for the week, some inspirational messages, whether it's me sharing a story that you can relate to, or if you share a story with me to share with other ladies. I like receiving messages like that to give me something to think about. You know, it won't be a Bible study. I may give a scripture here or there, but that's something that really means so much to me, and I believe that it adds value to create a space of community and visibility to the complexities of womanhood. And we all may look like we are well on the outside, but then there are the inner struggles that we have, and we don't talk about them because we're constantly having to overcome something to be strong in our personal lives and in our professional lives. There's always something that we are overcoming. And when we don't talk about it and we don't verbalize it, and share strategies and share success stories, we will tend to think that we're the only ones that are experiencing these things, and we'll hide them. And when you hide things, it shows up in other areas. So let me know your thoughts on if I should include Sunday Shift with Tish as a third video in my weekly lineup, and if that's something that you would be interested in. All right, I have made it to one of the grocery stores, so let's go and see what they have.
No luck at that store, so I'm going to go across town and see if I can find flowers across town. That should buy me enough time to get back all the way over here to get my youngest.
Okay, I did get a bundle of flowers, and they were fairly cheap, $10 and something. The pickings was very slim, I'm sad to say, but it's a non-negotiable for me at the moment. I need fresh flowers. It's a non-negotiable. It's something that I want to keep up. And if you have been on my channel, when I give myself a challenge, I want to see it through. And last week was the start of me adding fresh flowers to my home. To not have them the second week just does not signal good health to me. So I was determined to find something, even if I had to buy a few little bundles to make something up. I really wish that, and I went to Walmart, I really wish that they had, in addition to the stem bundles, that they also had like greenery bundles so that I could feel the arrangement out. So at this stage, instead of me having two arrangements, I'm going to have one, unless I find smaller vases at home to make a few, like three, but I'm not. I really like the placement of the arrangement that I did. It's in our hallway downstairs. Everyone has to pass that. And then there was a chair that had like two stacks of books. It had a stack of books. One of them was a flowers picture book. And I really liked having flowers sitting on top of that. But today, I'm going to say today, because I can always get flowers midweek if presented, not limited there, but to do flowers to have flowers today for tomorrow and the next few days, I'm gonna go with that bunch, and it is what it is. So weekly challenge of having fresh flowers, the second week in a row. I can cross that off my list. All right, I now have time to go and pick up the youngest before I have to drop her off at home and then go to my event.
Science, technology, engineering, and math. So, as again, we were just created with a simple vision of creating an opportunity for our young people. So I'm gonna hand it off over to Chloe while we get ready for the next act. Always on you, baby girl.
Friend, it is the end of Sunday. It is evening. It is actually 7:45 now. I am back from the event. It turned out really good. It was such a learning experience for those that were in attendance, and I enjoyed meeting so many different people. Then my friends and I went behind where we were to a fashion show that was going on to show support to the organizers and just to support something that's happening in the city. I am now home. I have arranged the flowers and they're going to be just fine for this week. And I am glad that I'm able to stick to my commitment and do week 2 of fresh flowers. And I know that if I ever get into a pinch, I can always contact a florist to get them done. But I love to do things myself when I can. It's just the creativity that I get to utilize to relax. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I love that you are here. And I want you to do 3 things. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tell me where you're watching from down in the comment area. And I hope that you enjoyed my weekend vlog. And I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Have a wonderful week. Have a great day. And be your best in every room that you enter. All right, until the next one. Bye.